And we're back, guys. I'm your host, Good Energy. Tennis in a Minute. Madrid, the final to be played. By the way, guys, have you ever heard Paula Badosa say Madrid? She says it so beautifully, just like a true Spaniard. It just rolls off her tongue. It's like perfect. We're in North America, guys. We just say Madrid. But nonetheless, Coco, Gauff, the future of tennis. Aryna, Sabalinka hits hard. This is going to be an amazing showdown. That's right, guys. Two ladies left, the #1 ranked player in the world, and now the #2 ranked player in the world. That's right, guys. As of this upcoming Monday, that will be official. But the draw is down to the last two ladies. Some amazing talent eliminated. That's right. Iga Swiatek, Big Game Jessie P, Maddie Patty, Jasmine Paolini, Mira Andreeva. The draw was stacked. Now, these two ladies, no stranger to each other. They've played 9 times. Coco owns the head-to-head 5-4. And I don't think Coco gets enough credit for how many times she's defeated Sabalinka. I think people forget that she's defeated Sabalinka 5 times. That's a lot of times. Who besides Iga has beat Sabalinka that many times, right? So when we're giving Coco credit as such a young player, she's gone in at a very young age, a young teenager, and she has had the best of a lot of these top 10 players. Coco Gauff is very, very good, guys. But if we take a look here at past champions, Iga Swiatek, the reigning champion technically, will not be defending her title as Coco defeated her. But in 23, Sabalenka won it. Right? Remember that Vika and Beatrice Haddad, they were doubles champions. And by the way, Sarah Tormo and Buxa, the Spanish connection last year, that was pretty amazing to see. Ons won it in 22. In 21, Aryna Sabalenka won it. And Kiki, do you love me? Kiki Bertens. That's right, guys. I hope she's enjoying retirement. She won it in 19 and 20. We did not have it due to the, do we want to say, lockout, plandemic, whatever you want to call it. So in 20, we did not have the Madrid Open, but we did have the French Open that was played in October, and an unseeded female from Poland, from Warsaw, by the name of Iga Swiatek would win that championship, defeating Sofia Kenin in straight sets. That was pretty darn amazing. But let's not forget, guys, the Queen Serena also won Madrid. Right, she won it twice. Now in 2012, Queen Serena defeated Vika in the final, and in 2013 she defeated Sharapova, who would eventually win it in 2014. But yes, Queen Serena was a back-to-back champion here in Madrid. But before we get to this blockbuster, popcorn-worthy clash, we're going to head to France, Bonjour, comment allez-vous, where we have a semifinal to be played. A very good draw here. We saw Kessler McCartney, or should I say McCartney Kessler, amazing American talent, as the #1 seed, a wild card. Osaka, #2 seed, wild card. We had Katie Volynets, who I always say reminds me of a young Sofia Kenin. We had Greet Menin, amazing player there. We had Elsa Jackmont, Carolyn Dolhide. We had Victoria, by the way. Juvan, Iga's bestie. That's right. That's a semifinal showdown with Victoria Golubic. I think that's going to be a great match. I'll give you a quick prediction on that match. I like Juvan to win that match. I think Juvan is a much more complete all-around player, even though Victoria Golubic's amazing talent from Switzerland. She's got that Stan Roger one-handed backhand. I think it's beautiful. But I think when you're taking on such a good shot maker like Juvan, who's can just beat you from all angles of the court, I think Victoria is going to limit herself to what she can do on the offensive attack, and I think Juvan's going to win that match. But I want to talk about Noma just really quickly. She was the lucky loser. She's from Germany, by way of Africa. A very strong left down the line. She's got a great serve, a lot of power. But I think as she continues to work on her control, again, the more aggressive you are, the tougher it is to control the ball. she's going to get better and better. Lucky loser, she was taken out by Fiona Ferro, Bonjour, comment allez-vous, in the first round. A tough 3-set match, but watch out for Noma. She was on my top teen prospects list a few years ago. I think one day she'll win the French Open. She's that good. But let's talk about the other half of the semifinal. Konnichiwa. We have Osaka, the legend herself. By the way, go check out that match I covered earlier against Elsa Jackmot. She's going to take on another French woman, Leola JeanJean, who's someone I've been a huge fan of. I've supported Leola. Nearly 150 wins on clay. Yeah, that's more than Osaka, guys. Now, Leola finds herself here in the semifinal after taking out Bossian, Dolehide, and Ferro. 3 tough talents. While Osaka took out Marcinko, Diane Perry, and Elsa. This is a match here where Elsa, look, she's got great top spin. She can explode. She's very explosive. But I think she plays her best tennis inside the baseline. Osaka's going to drop some bombs like she did against Elsa, who's very powerful from the baseline. Very aggressive server. Leola is not going to be able to back up Osaka with her serve. I think Osaka's going to step in, tee off. I like Osaka to make the final here in France, and I think she's going to find herself facing Juvan on the other side of the net, and I think that's going to be a good match. She's very skilled. That's going to be a good match. I can't wait to see that. But let's get to the Madrid final, guys. Are you excited? I am really excited. Now, this is a very important final right here. Aryna Sabalenka, in terms of this tournament, she doesn't have anything to lose. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Last year, she was the finalist here. She lost to Iga Swiatek, so she can't lose any points here, right? But if Coco Gauff wins this title, she's already past Iga Swiatek for the number 2 spot. Iga's not going to retain those points that she won for winning the final last year, so that automatically bumps her down. Coco Gauff has the opportunity, guys, with a win to gain Aryna Sabalenka in the standings. That's right, Aryna Sabalenka, she's got 10,768 points. Coco Gauff, 6,073 points. 1,000 points if Coco wins this tournament. That's going to put her that much closer to Aryna Sabalenka. Right, guys? Now, in terms of Sabalenka, last year, she won 4 titles. She started this season winning the Australian Open, but she won Cincinnati, the US Open, in Wuhan. Yes, we had a lot of the ladies coming back from the Olympics. We know Sabalenka did not play the Olympics. And the reality here is she did well in DC. She was hot. She went in there. She won Cincinnati, followed up by the US Open. And I say this all the time. If you're looking at players to do well in New York, look for who gets hot, right? Between Canada and Cincinnati. Those are the players you want to watch out for. I told you before the US Open started, it's going to be Sabalenka and Pegula. I told you. Sure enough, the 2 made it, right? You could have just took either one of them to win the tournament on a future, right? And that would have paid off great for you. But the reality here is the 3 titles she has left to defend, if she wants to be number 1 at the end of the year, all things constant, let's just forget about the remainder of clay or grass season. Or, you know what, let's not. Let's keep it simple. If Aryna Sabalenka does not do well during the rest of this clay season or even grass, she can still keep her number 1 ranking by winning Cincinnati, the US Open, and Wuhan. It's as simple as that. However, she'll need help because she has a 3,000 point lead on Coco. She'll need Coco to not win the French Open, SW19, or any of those other 500s or 1,000 tournaments in Canada. If Coco, however, wins any of those slams and Sabalenka does not defend the US Open, Coco will be number 1 in the world. That's right. Coco will be number 1 in the world. And it's very simple. I think personally, Coco she's going to win a slam this year without a doubt. And in fact, I think she's going to have a really good chance to win the French Open. I'd probably say Coco has a better chance to win the French Open than SW19. But then again, she could pull a Jasmine Paolini, and she could make the French Open final, win that, and then make SW19 final, win that, and then win the US Open. And then the critics will really be silent. It's simple, guys. This match, there's a lot at stake. Now, Aryna Sabalenka hits hard. Her path to the final here, an amazing path, guys. She took out Anna Blinkova in straight sets. She took out Elisa Mertens, her bestie, in straight sets. And by the way, I'm glad to see Elisa Mertens and Veronika Kudermetova playing together again, because I felt Veronika, she kind of did Elisa dirty after they won the Fort Worth doubles national title, you know, doubles champions of the year. She chose to play with Ludmilla. Why? I thought that was so shady, but whatever, guys. Now they're back playing. They're in the Madrid final, so congratulations to them. She took out NCAA champion Peyton Stearns and Marta Kostyuk. A lot of drama in that match. Of course, Sabalenka, we all know the roof started to get a little drizzle. Like a little rain on clay never hurt anybody. But again, you know, she requested the roof to be closed. Marta telling her camp she's not going to get a sportsmanship award anytime soon. Drama back and forth. Listen, guys, she defeated Svitolina in straight sets, and Marta, tough match, but also in straight sets. Sabalenka is going to do what she does, ladies and gentlemen. It's as simple as that, right? She's very powerful. She's aggressive. She's got a very powerful serve that's going to back you up. And even last year, her route to the final, very tough. She took out Magda Linette, Robin Montgomery, Danielle Collins, Mira Andreeva in straight sets. Elena Rybakina went 3, and Iga went 3. Sabalenka, if I'm not mistaken, she had match point last year against Iga and blew it. That was a very amazing match. 58 wins last year, 59 wins in the 23 season. Only 33 and 22. We saw Serena beat Sabalenka at the Australian Open earlier that year. But this season, she's already got 31 wins. I mean, she's on pace to hit 60. Last time out against Svitolina, Sabalenka served up 4 aces. She won 74% of her first serves, 52% of the second serve, and she got 61% of her first serves in play. 4 double faults. That's about what she does, right? She had 6 opportunities to break Svitolina. She won 41% of Svitolina's second serves, about 43% of her first serves. Svitolina had 7 opportunities to break Sabalenka. In the second set, things got really interesting. The first set, Sabalenka won 6-3, but Sabalenka had the chance to serve this match out 6-4. But Svitolina fought hard. She tied it up at 5. She couldn't hold serve in the 11th service game, and Sabalenka closed it out with a break in the 12th service game. I think this matchup here, it's going to be completely different from how Svitolina played Sabalenka. Not only does Coco know how to play Sabalenka, she's got a much different game plan than Svitolina does. These two amazing ladies have played 9 times, but of the 9 times they've played, only once has been on the clay surface. That came 4 years ago in Rome during the 21 season when Coco was only 17 years old. Coco took out Yulia Putintseva in the first round, the Greek Goddess in the second round, Sabalenka in the third round in straight sets. She even beat Ashley Barty in the quarterfinal in straight sets before losing to Iga Swiatek. That's right, in the semifinal round. That's right, guys. That was 2021, before the win streak from Iga Swiatek, before all the magic happened. She did defeat Coco in Rome 4 years ago. However, guys, if we fast forward to today, Coco Gauff is playing amazing tennis, right? She's 6-1 on clay this year. That one loss, a little bit, I just felt premature to her finding her form to Jasmine Paolini after she was up 4-2 in the first set, looking good, playing fast. I just felt she didn't have her rhythm. Now she does. Diana went 3 in the first round, should I say second round after her first round bye. Ann Lee, straight set win. Belinda Bencic, straight set win. Mira Andreeva, straight set win. Iga Swiatek, straight set win. Unbelievable. That head-to-head is now 11-4. Coco's won the last 3. And look, I think Coco wins probably the next 4 to 5. And before you know it, that head-to-head, it's not as lopsided, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, It's not as lopsided. 11-9, 11-8, pretty respectable. But I'm going to make a video about Iga Swiatek because I'm a little concerned. Condolences. I know she recently lost a family member, but I'm telling you, I think there's more there. 19-6 on the year now, looking pretty darn good, right? She fixed that pretty darn quickly. 6-1 on clay. But listen, guys, last time out against Iga, she looked really good. But I'm going to talk about the mirror match first. 76% of her first serves won. For most of that match, that number was about 85%. Looked really solid. Iga Swiatek just dominated her. I'm sorry, guys. Her first serve dropped a little bit in that match, but for most of this match, especially the first set, Coco was winning 90% of her first serves. Towards that 6th, 7th game in the second set, she let her guard down a little bit, but 7 opportunities to break Iga. She did not give up a single breakpoint opportunity. Now, Coco knows how to defeat Aryna Sabalenka, right? And I've said this time and time again. I've made tons of videos on how Coco needs to play Sabalenka. It's going to be the same thing. Sabalenka, she's one of the taller players on tour. Her movement horizontally is great, but her movement vertically is not great. When you're playing Sabalenka, you will have to baseline with her. You will have to exchange with her because she's so powerful. She's going to get you on the back foot eventually. She's going to set you up behind the baseline eventually. But you have to stay with it, stick within the rallies, and mix in short balls, mix in drop shots. Give her body serves. You have to jam her body, which prevents her returning with this insane power. When you're serving against Sabalenka, you have to jam the body. You cannot let her read your serve. Do not let her see where you're going with it. Disguise it. But when you jam her body, she shanks those returns. You can literally get easy points by jamming her body, because you see how she positions herself. She tries to reduce opponents from jamming her body, but you do have to not let her read your serve, be very strategic, and you will have to mix it up. You can't jam her body all the time, right? She's such a good returner. Underrated, right? We all know Coco's the best returner on tour. Then I'd probably say Iga Swiatek, and statistically this year, Dasha is actually one of the best returners as well. But Sabalenka doesn't get enough credit, not necessarily on her defense in terms of footwork, but her power. Her power is so strong, she could change the tide of any rally instantly because of her power. But again, for Coco to win this match, it's very simple. She's going to have to reduce her double faults. Coco Gauff cannot have more, and this is going to be very lenient here, than 4 double faults. She can give Sabalenka 1 service game, but we know Coco's the best defender on tour. She's going to get that break back. She can't have more than 4 double faults. She's going to have to keep the rhythm going with winning her first serves. We're talking about 80 percentile in the first set. She wins the first set. If she serves 80% or better on the first serve, she's going to win that first set. It's as simple as that. But overall, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I just don't think there's much here to really talk about. Coco Gauff is in good form. That win over Iga Swiatek, it's going to carry over in this match. I don't see anything Sabalenka can do that's going to frustrate Coco in this spot. Coco's already won. She destroyed Mira. She destroyed Iga. And I think by now, Coco Gauff's team has to know how to defeat Aryna Sabalenka. Look, easier said than done. But again, she's going to have to mix in deep balls with short balls. She's going to have to mix in slices and drop shots to redirect. She's going to have to be patient in these rallies where Sabalenka has her on the back foot. She can't rush them. But again, when the opportunity's there, she's going to have to get aggressive, go down the line, and she's going to have to get to her backhand. Sabalenka said it best. If she could have any backhand on tour, it would be Coco's. She knows Coco's backhand is a threat. But again, that backhand's going to open up only if she serves well. She's going to have to disguise her serve, jam the body. A lot of the people I've seen defeat Sabalenka, it starts with good body serves because you're able to hold, preventing from being on the back foot with Sabalenka's power when she's returning. Because we all know Sabalenka is going to break down. She's going to have a mental meltdown. She's going to she's going to get double faults. She's going to make mistakes. She's so aggressive. She's going to make unforced errors. If Coco just plays a clean service game like she has the last couple matches, winning 80+% of her first serves in the first set, she gets a set under her belt, then she could be a little bit more aggressive as Sabalenka starts to fold and starts to get nervous. I think this is how this match is going to go. Coco comes out strong, sets the tone, and she's going to hold this Madrid title. She's going to bounce her way up to number 2 in the world rankings, and she's going to end this year defending her title in Saudi Arabia. She's going to win a slam, and she's going to be number 1 this year, guys. The reign of Coco has started last year in Saudi Arabia. Yes, the first half of the season has been a little, or should I say the first quarter has been a little shaky, but it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. All it takes is one tournament for Coco to be right back. And listen, guys, the sharps are on Coco. I'm on Coco. I think Coco wins this match. That's the pick, guys. Enjoy. Tennis in a minute. Like the video. Show some love. Coco Gauff wins Madrid.